Hello, friends. Today we are talking about something you know a lot about. What is this? A pumpkin. That's right. We are going to talk about the life cycle of a pumpkin today. And you have talked about the life cycle of a pumpkin with me before. So, what you're going to need for this lesson is this paper out of your plastic clear envelope, our pumpkin life cycle paper, and you're going to need scissors. And I'm going to use today colored pencils, but you may choose to use crayons. It's up to you. So colored pencils or crayons. And last but not least, a glue stick. Okay. Okay, my friends. Let me change my camera so you can see. Okay, I see some numbers at the top of my paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 parts of this life cycle. So these pictures we're going to have to color, cut, and then put in order at the top. Let's start with coloring. I'm going to start with the pumpkin here. I'm looking though to see which one looks larger. I think this one looks larger. That means it's older. Well, we know what a grown pumpkin looks like and what color it is. Do you remember? Yes, orange. So I'm going to color the skin of my pumpkin orange. Remember, when you're holding your pencil, you pinch with your pointer and thumb, and then you put that middle shelf underneath. A pinch and a shelf, a pinch and a shelf. I say it to myself, a pinch and a shelf. That gives me the most control over my pencil. Okay, so the skin of my older pumpkin is orange. Okay, let me color my vine and leaves green. I have 2 different greens I'm going to use. I'm going to make my vine a light green. And then when it gets closer to this stem, I'm going to make it brown. My leaves, I'm going to make a dark green. Okay, now I just need my brown. Okay. Let's see what this is. I see a vine and leaves. I'm using light green again for my vine. You might want to use dark green for your vine and light green for your leaves. It's up to you. But the leaves and vine of our pumpkin are definitely going to be green. Excuse me. Okay. Well, let's see. Got my older pumpkin, that's the bigger one. My leaf and vine. Well, I'm seeing a very young pumpkin growing here. Do you remember what color a very young pumpkin is? It's not orange like an older pumpkin. The young pumpkin is green. Okay. Okay. Now, let me see my next picture. I see the vine and the leaves, and I also see flowers this time. Who remembers the color of the flower of a pumpkin? The flowers are a certain color on pumpkins. Do you remember? If you said yellow, you remembered. So let me color my flower yellow. Something that we learned when we were studying the life cycle is that the flower comes before the fruit. Remember when we looked at the bottom of our pumpkin and the bottom of our apple, and we saw where the flower used to be? And once the flower falls off, then the fruit comes. So first the flower, then the fruit. Remember to do your best work always. Don't rush. Do careful coloring work. Your hand muscles may be getting sore because coloring in the lines works out your hand muscles. Okay, if they're a little sore, push pause on our video and rub a little bit, and then you can come back to it. Okay, the more you do this kind of work, the stronger your hands will get, and you become even better at coloring than you already are. You have to keep practicing. Okay, I got my flower. This looks like soil and seeds. So I'm going to color my soil brown. And then my pumpkin seeds are kind of white, tannish color. I'm going to leave mine white. Okay, and my last pumpkin here looks a little bit smaller than this pumpkin, but it doesn't look as young as a green pumpkin. So I think this pumpkin is orange. It's just a little bit younger than the other pumpkin. Okay, I'm finished with my coloring. Let me put all my colored pencils back into the box. Your colored pencils should be in the box, or your crayons. They should not be loose in your supply box. We always put our things back where they belong. That way it helps keep us organized. Okay. Now I need to cut my pictures out. First, I'm going to cut this all the way off. I turned my paper. All the way off. Okay, I'm going to save that to the side, and I'm going to do all the rest of my cutting. I want to separate my scraps from my project pictures. Scrap. Okay, now I need to cut off the bottom. Am I going to turn my cutting hand like this, or turn my helping hand? Turn my helping hand and hold it at a different spot. I don't want my cutting hand to be curved like that. I want my cutting hand straight, thumbs up. Scrap. Okay, I need to turn my paper again because I'm cutting over here. Scrap. Turn your paper again. Okay, I cut off all my scraps. I'm going to cut this long middle line. Okay. There's one of my project papers. I'm going to put it right here. Okay, I'm done with my scissors. Put those back in my box. Okay, let me lay out my pictures so I can see them, and I need to make sure I have all of them. Okay, let me count my boxes again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes, which means I have to have 6 pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have them. Let's see, I need to see what comes first in the life cycle of a pumpkin. This plant starts out as a teeny tiny seed. Remember when we found all the seeds inside our pumpkin? And you helped me get them all out, and then we tasted them? They were very delicious. Okay. And number 1, I put the seeds. Box number 2. I think that the vine and the leaves are going to need to be next. This would have grown first for the plant. Do you see how I'm drawing an outline around my box? And then I just squiggle in the middle? Okay. Seed, first the seeds, then the leaves and vine. What's going to be third? Let's see. The fruit are in those pictures and the flower here. Which comes first, the fruit or the flower? You got it, the flower. Let's glue our yellow flower in box number 3. Seed, plant, flower. Okay, what's going to go in box number 4? One of these pumpkins is younger than the other ones, and I can tell by the color. Which one is the youngest pumpkin here? You remember the green pumpkin is very, very young. Okay, let me glue down my green pumpkin. Okay, seed, plant, flower first, then the fruit, the tiny pumpkin, the young green pumpkin. What's going to go in box number 5? Okay, let's see what we have. One of these pumpkins is older in its life cycle, and one is younger. Not as young as the green, a little bit older than the green. Which one is a little bit older than the green pumpkin? The smaller one. So this needs to go in between the green and the big pumpkin. So it's a little bit older than the green, but younger than the big one. Okay. Seed, plant, flower, let's see. Okay, sorry friends, I had to plug my computer in. Let me see what we were working on. Oh, number 6, our oldest pumpkin in its life cycle. Okay. Let's look at our finished life cycle. First the seed, the plant, the flower, then comes the fruit, the young green pumpkin. Finally, the pumpkin is growing up and is orange, and this is all the way grown up, a big orange pumpkin. Don't forget, friends, to put your name on the top of your work so I know it's your work. Use a regular pencil when you're writing your name. Great job today. See you later. Bye, friends.